and that is stories. Okay, stories. We have stories that define who we think we are. We have stories that define relationships. We have stories that tell us this, about our pain, about our heartbreak, about our joys, about our journeys. Okay, we have all these stories. And stories are very, very, very powerful. Okay. And the powers that be, so to speak, that have been overlaying the collective grids of this planet have inserted a lot of lies, a lot of stories that deepen us into disempowerment. And one of those stories is, and this is so, so important for us to understand, it's a sickness. And one of these stories that we're told about our relationship with Creator, our relationship with God, Goddess, all it is, whatever the universe, whatever you want to name that, right? Is that the story is that if we are good, if we are good enough, if we pray good enough, if we're more sincere enough, if we do, our light work well enough, we do this well enough, we do things that are in purity, somehow that means we are not going to have a hard time, right? And when we do have a hard time, we kind of go, because of this lie, when we do have really difficult, painful things that we go through, we have this story of, why is this happening to me? What did I do wrong? Right? For example, I have a pain in my shoulder that is pretty excruciating sometimes. And there is a point where I was kind of thinking, how am I out of alignment? What am I doing? What am I buying into that's pulling me out of my truth? La, 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 la. But really, through healing journeys and meditation and because I'm constantly working on this piece, that story flipped around, where now it shows me that when I am stepping into really strong currents of life force energy and embodying very expanded levels of my own consciousness, it fires up the pain in my shoulder. Right? So the story changes. Is one true and the other not? No, actually they can both be true at the same time. And this is an example of us going through these narratives where we get liberated out of that polarity thinking, the right, wrong, good or bad thinking. And really, what would really serve us is to recognize that we are on a very fast moving river, very fast moving river of life, and every moment is a different combination of things. And if we keep overlaying our narratives on these moments, we're just recreating the past, recreating the past, recreating the past in the moment. So one level is to go through the different stories, the opposites, where they're both true. Then that creates a doorway where you can open up into something else, something not yet realized, recognized. You can let the moment be new. You can let it be fresh. So this overlay, the story that if I'm good enough and if I'm pious enough, if I'm this enough and that enough, I'm going to have a blessed life. And that distortion has really served us in a very deep, deep way of disempowerment. And what I want to say is that our work, the reason why we do our work, is so we can be truly present with ourselves, free of the story, free of the narratives, free of the good, not the good enough, the not good enough, the shame, the guilt. You know what I mean? So we can truly be present with what's happening. And the fact is, heartbreak, pain, very difficult circumstances happen, whether you are a dedicated practitioner or not. The difference is that you cultivate the ability to be present with your pain, be present with what's happening inside, and in that, you alchemize the experience. The experience brings you deeper into your self, your capital S self. My most recent example that I have is heartbreak, heart wrenching heartbreak, like to the point where you can't or I'm not able, you wake up crying, you wake up, I just, wake up and I never know when I'm going to just start bawling my eyes out. Now, true power is that I can have my experience without blame. That's what real power is, without blame for other, without blame for myself. And I can truly allow my love and my pain to exist in the same space. And when that happens, it is so, so liberating. Not that it's not excruciating, not that it's not painful, not that, I'm like, oh, yay, I get to have heartbreak. No, none of those things. I don't want to have it, but I'm having it anyway, right? So as this alchemy happens inside, it's like now I'm settling deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into myself. And I have a vision that I was given that was like a precursor to the events that are unfolding now. I'm sharing the story because this is only the beginning. The Syrian Stargate combined with that pole shift of our sun, which happens every 11 years, combined with the gamma rays of Cygnus, combined with all these other additional cosmic frequencies, okay? It's creating a lot of very intense things. And the moment, things are shifting drastically from moment to moment to moment. It's almost like bouncing to opposites over and over and over again. It can be very confusing. But when we are really anchored within ourselves, we have a clear path that we can navigate. Okay, so this is why I'm sharing this.